If getting out of a low chair suddenly feels harder than it should, I would not start by blaming age. If stairs make your thighs burn faster than they used to, or you grab the rail before you even think about it, something specific is changing. And if your legs feel fine on flat ground but unreliable when you step off a curb, that is the clue most people miss. Weak legs after 50 are not just old legs, they are legs that are losing power reserve. Age matters. I'm not going to pretend it does not. But age is the background, not the whole explanation. I would separate two things that people usually mix together: what time does to the body, and what the body stops being asked to do. Time changes tissue slowly. Lack of the right signal changes behavior every single day. The real problem is that the legs stop receiving strong enough signals to stay powerful. A leg is not only muscle, it is muscle, nerves, tendons, joints, balance sensors, and fuel delivery working as one machine. When that machine is not challenged in the right way, it quietly downgrades. That downgrade does not feel dramatic at first. It feels like avoiding stairs, choosing the higher chair, or standing up with both hands. Those small choices are not random. They are the body negotiating with a smaller strength reserve. The first idea is simple. Walking is not the same as leg strength. Walking is valuable, but it mostly asks the legs for repeated low-force work. Standing up from a chair asks for a different skill: force. Climbing stairs asks for force plus coordination. Going downstairs asks for braking strength, which many people lose before they notice it. Catching yourself after a stumble asks for power, not just endurance. Strength is the ability to produce force. Power is the ability to produce useful force quickly enough. That timing matters because a stumble does not politely wait for the slow muscles to organize themselves. If the force arrives late, the body still experiences it as weakness. That is why a person can walk every day and still feel weak when life asks for a sudden leg effort. The obvious explanation is muscle loss. The sharper explanation is power loss. Muscle size matters, but strength and power can fall faster than size. This is why the mirror can lie. A leg may look almost the same while the nervous system recruits it differently. The second idea is fast fibers. Your muscles contain fibers built more for endurance and fibers built more for force and speed. The power fibers are the ones you notice when you stand quickly, climb, brake, carry, or recover your balance. They are also the fibers the body is most willing to let go quiet when you never ask for them. The body is efficient. It does not maintain expensive capacity for work it never sees. If every day is only sitting, slow walking, and avoiding effort, the legs receive a very clear message. The message is not, stay powerful. The message is, keep only what we use. That is not a moral failure. That is biology being economical. This is why two people of the same age can look very different on stairs. One body has kept asking the legs for force. The other has slowly negotiated every force demand away. The calendar may be the same, but the signal history is not the same. Now add the nervous system. To make force, the brain must recruit motor units. A motor unit is a nerve cell and the group of muscle fibers it controls. Small, easy tasks recruit small units. Harder tasks recruit larger units. If you never practice hard enough to call the larger units, they become strangers. The brain also changes how fast it fires those signals. A confident leg does not only have more tissue, it has cleaner timing. A hesitant leg may have enough muscle for the job, but the command arrives scattered. That is one reason weak legs can feel like hesitation. Not only weakness, the leg is not only smaller, the command is less confident. This is the hidden problem. Not just less muscle, but less recruitment. I think this is where a lot of advice becomes too shallow. It says walk more, but the question is, what signal does walking actually send to the fibers you're losing? For many people, walking sends a useful endurance signal, but not enough power signal. So the legs keep the walking machinery and lose the emergency machinery. That emergency machinery is what helps you catch yourself, climb stairs, carry groceries, and stand up without using your arms. I call it emergency machinery because you do not notice it when it is present. You notice it only when the step is higher than expected or the ground is uneven. That is when the body asks for the reserve and discovers the reserve is smaller than it thought. Now look at the chair. A chair stand is not a small movement. It is a test of hips, thighs, ankles, trunk control, and confidence. If you push with your hands every time, the legs get less practice producing the full signal. The arms become the shortcut. The thighs become the passenger. The same shortcut happens when you drop into the chair instead of lowering with control. Dropping down teaches the legs to avoid the brake. Lowering down teaches the legs to own the brake. Over months and years, the shortcut becomes the new normal. That is why small daily habits can age the legs faster than birthdays do. Now look at going downstairs. Most people think weak legs show up when climbing, but many older legs first reveal the problem while descending. Going down requires eccentric strength. Eccentric means the muscle is producing force while lengthening like a brake. Your quadriceps have to slow the body down one step at a time. If that brake is weak, the stairs feel unsafe even if walking on flat ground feels normal. This is why the rail starts feeling necessary. The rail is not the problem. The rail is the confession. The hip has its own confession. If the glutes are not helping, the knee and lower back often borrow the work. Then standing up feels like a knee problem, when part of it is a hip power problem. The hamstrings matter too because they help pull the body upright and control the leg behind you. Weak legs are rarely one lonely muscle. They are usually a team that stopped practicing as a team. Now add the ankle. A lot of leg weakness is not only in the thigh. The calf pushes you forward. The shin helps clear the foot. The foot tells the brain where the ground is. If the calf gets weaker, stairs and hills feel different. If the shin gets lazy, the toe clears the ground less confidently. If foot sensation declines, balance becomes more expensive. Then the body becomes cautious, and caution changes movement. Shorter steps mean less force, less range, and less power practice. Less range means the joints stop visiting the positions where strength is needed. Less push means the calf stops acting like a spring. Less confidence means the eyes start doing work the feet used to do. That creates the loop. Weakness makes you cautious. Caution reduces the signal. The reduced signal makes the legs weaker. This is the loop I care about more than age. Now talk about muscle material. The body cannot build strong tissue from a signal alone. It also needs material. Protein gives amino acids, the raw material for muscle repair and building. After 50, many people eat less protein at exactly the time their muscles need a clearer building signal. There is also a problem called anabolic resistance. That means the older muscle may need a stronger signal from training and enough protein to respond well. Do not turn this into supplement theater. The point is not magic powder. The point is signal plus material. Training tells the body what to build. Protein gives it something to build with. If the signal is weak, protein has no clear instruction. If the protein is too low, the instruction has too little material. The useful combination is boring but powerful. Repeated leg work and enough food to repair from it. Now add recovery, but keep it practical. A muscle does not become stronger during the effort. The effort is the request. The rebuilding happens after, if the request was clear and the body has material. This is why random hard days are not enough. The legs need repeated honest requests. Not punishment, not exhaustion, requests. A good request is specific. If you want better chair strength, practice chair strength. If you want safer stairs, practice controlled stepping. If you want better balance, practice balance where it is safe enough to learn. Now we need a protocol. Step 1. Test the chair safely. Use a stable chair. Cross the arms if safe. Stand up and sit down 5 times. If you need your hands, use them. The goal is not pride. The goal is to know the starting point. If that causes chest pain, dizziness, sharp joint pain, or severe shortness of breath, stop and get medical advice. Write down what happened, hands or no hands, smooth or shaky, breathless or controlled. The number matters less than the pattern. Step 2. Train the chair stand, not the ego. Start with a higher chair if needed. Lean forward. Push the floor away. Stand tall, then lower slowly. The lowering is important because it trains the brake. Do 2 or 3 small sets, several days a week, leaving 1 or 2 good repetitions in reserve. If a normal chair is too low, make it higher. A useful movement beats a heroic failure. If it is too easy, slow the lowering or pause halfway down. Step 3, train the step. Use a low step. Step up with control. Step down even slower. The down phase teaches the leg to trust itself again. Hold a rail if needed, but let the leg do as much honest work as it can. Start lower than your pride wants. You are training control first, height second. Step 4, train the calf and shin. Do slow calf raises near a wall or counter. Then lift the toes while the heels stay down to wake up the shin. This protects the boring part of walking that prevents trips. The goal is not to make the lower leg impressive. The goal is to make the foot dependable. Step 5. Add power carefully. Power does not mean jumping like a teenager. It means moving with intent once the movement is safe. Stand up a little faster, climb one step with more crispness, or practice a controlled quick calf raise. The body needs to hear a speed signal, because power is force delivered on time. Only add speed after the slow version looks controlled. Sloppy speed teaches panic. Clean speed teaches usefulness. Step 6. Feed the signal. Put protein in the meals where you usually eat only toast, cereal, or a snack. You do not need perfection, you need enough building material often enough. For many people, the missing habit is not dinner. It is the first half of the day. A stronger breakfast or lunch can change how much material is available when training asks for repair. Step 7. Protect balance. Practice standing near support with one foot slightly in front of the other. Then practice slow weight shifts, because balance is a trainable sense. Strength without balance still feels unsafe. Balance tells the nervous system that using the strength is safe. That safety message matters because fear can steal strength before the muscle even tries. When the body feels unsafe, it stiffens, shortens the step, and avoids range. So the protocol is not only stronger muscles, it is proof that the body can use them. Now here is what I would not do. I would not start with extreme soreness. Soreness is not the goal. Better output is the goal. I would not rely only on walking if the problem is standing, stairs, and braking. I would not chase random exercises just because they look difficult. Difficult is not the same as targeted. I would not ignore sudden weakness, one-sided weakness, new numbness, severe back pain, swelling, or unexplained weight loss. Those are not training problems. Those deserve medical attention. But if the problem is gradual leg weakness, the useful question is not, am I old now? The useful question is, what signal have my legs stopped receiving? Do they receive a strength signal? Do they receive a braking signal? Do they receive a speed signal? Do they receive enough material to rebuild? Do they receive enough balance practice to feel safe? If the answer is no, then age is not the whole story. The legs are not only getting older, they are getting under-requested. And an under-requested leg becomes an unreliable leg. The good news is that the signal can change. A chair can become training. A stair can become training. A calf raise can become training. Protein can become building material instead of an afterthought. And confidence can return when the body has proof. Weak legs after 50 are not a sentence. They are feedback. They are the body saying, the old signal is no longer enough. Give the legs a clearer request, safer practice, and enough material. That is the real problem. Not age by itself, but a power signal that faded for too long. And once you see that, the goal changes. You stop asking only, how do I avoid losing strength? You start asking, what would make my legs useful again?